Clifford J. Paloma. I'm 19 years old. I live in Metro Manila, Valenzuela City, Bsmare 3 Alpha. The question is, how are the competing theories of creation and evolution going to be resolved in terms of the existence of the universe and supernatural beings? Which statement or philosophical principle will you apply to resolve the contradictory claims? Um, Competing theories of origin and development may be balanced when looking at the assumption they base their understanding and the context in which they function, applying the philosophical principle of perspectivism. Perspectivism is the helpful her as a reminder that different perspectives may indeed have something to offer when trying to understand a very complex issue. We have science and creationism as separate domain. Um, Appreciate how science explanation of evolution can be expressed on the basis of natural process and empirical evidence, but views about creationism come often from theological interpretation. Both could be compatible if one realized they were two different discourses, one explaining how the universe works, and another addressing why is it here. And also we have theistic evolution. It integrates science and faith in such a way that evolution takes place under divine providence. In this context, the various visions which appear to be in conflict with each other can now be seen as complementary rather than contradictory. And lastly, we have discourse and respect. This promoting open discussion between promoters of both ideas breeds better understanding and less conflict. A methodology that recognizes the levels of humanity experience, scientific inquiry, as well as spiritual belief, both have essential purpose in humankind's understanding of life. Um, this is applying these values will allow us to build a more sensitive and respectful discourse over the issue of the universe and supernatural beings. This is the second question. Briefly explain the existence of a maximally great being in terms of the following: A. Information in DNA. B. Fine-tuning of the universe. C. The existence of absolute moral values and duties. And D. Irreducible complexity. A. Information in DNA. The DNA contains very complex information and serves as a language systems with instructions to construct and maintain living things. The question until now is remain how so much complexity could arise. Random mutation along with natural selection are inadequate to explain the complex coding and the precise structure of nucleotides that result in functional proteins and systems. And then the analogy of a written language is often invoked just as we recognize that complex texts come from an intelligent author. The information in DNA suggests the existence of an intelligent source, an MGB, who designs the foundational elements of life. And B. Fine tuning of the universe. Um, the universe displays a range of physical constant and conditions that are finely tuned to allow for the existence of life. For example, we have the strength of gravitational forces and electromagnetic forces and this condition to be achieved in star to be able to have nuclear fusion. This all have been all set precisely within an extremely narrow range. If such constant had been different even by the slightest degree, the universe would not support life. This high degree of precision presume a goal in the creation of the universe, resulting in the inference of a powerful MGB who created the universe with the final aim of fostering life. As a result, the postulation that universe was not created by chance. C. The existence of absolute moral values and duties. Despite the diversity of human cultures, all human beings to hold some strict moral values, just as, for example, murder is always wrong, or it's duty to show care to helpless. This would imply the existence of absolute objective moral values that are not determined by human or social opinion. An MGB is ultimately the moral lawgiver, securing such a set of values in an objective source and unchanging necessarily a good one. With no such being is this conceived, moral values may come down to a mere social artifact with no intrinsic objectively. The presence of such moral absolute duties suggests that there must be existed a moral system that needs an intelligent being who is endowed with goodness and justice principles. And lastly, we have a reducible complexity. And this reducible complexity in basic terms, irreducible complexity refers to the property of biological system that cannot work if only of any part of this eliminated. It therefore by implication suggests that such system could not have evolved or been developed in incremental step. To illustrate, consider the bacterial flagellum and the human eye. These are systems that need all their parts to operate correctly. System like this makes the gradual explanation of evolution impossible and appear to have come about by purposeful design. An MGB capable of building very complex biological structure entirely formed, only compatible with the idea that life complexity is due to a elaborate creator, not blind evolutionary forces. In short, sir, the maximally great or MGB must be inferred through many aspects of reality. A DNA complexity and fine-tuning absolute moral values and irreducible complexities. This all speak to an intelligent and source of life and its existence. In this every aspect creates that the universe is not a play of fortune which eventually culminate in the conclusion of MGB as a nucleus of all these underlying constituents, sir.